of the Saturday night shows.
Yeah.
Bill Burr did his this past Saturday?
Yes, he did.
I was going to stop by and check it out, but I got lazy.
Should have.
I know. I heard it was a good time. But I guess you got him?
Well, I wasn't trying to get him. I just made a legitimate call into the show. And, well, he didn't pick up on it.
No?
No. What a dope. Danny put me through 5 times before I got through this time with disguised voices. I was like,
Danny,
I want to talk about this. This is Tom from I'm from Georgia, and I'd like to talk about and I give him something to go, okay, hold on. And he put me on hold, and I wait. And then Bill Burr is total attention deficit disorder. I'm listening to the show. They put you on hold, and then the subject will be completely changed by the time, he even tries to get to you. In 2 minutes, the subject's different. And then Danny, they moved on to something else.
That's Craig, our intern. Yeah, I needed the slaves to come help me out on Saturday.
All right, well,
nice.
So they didn't recognize that it was Anthony calling Bill Burr, and then when Anthony got on Bill Burr's show, what is it called, Uninformed?
Yeah, Uninformed
with DeRosa, right, Joe DeRosa?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't recognize that was Anthony. And then Anthony, what were you doing? The same arguments you've done with Bill Burr when he's in studio, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because Bill started talking about his conspiracy theories, and you know how much I love those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I decided, I'll call him out on that, because they started talking about conspiracy theories. And I'm bringing up the exact same stuff. It's the same argument we have had sitting
face to face,
2 feet from each other, and I'm not disguising my voice at all. And he just had no clue it was me.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either until the very, very end. You said something. I won't ruin it for the call.
Yeah, at one point,
that was the
totally
only point,
give it away.
That was, where I was like, I think that was Ant. And then re-listening to the call this morning, cutting it up, I'm like, oh man, I feel like such an ass. It's so obviously Ant.
So obviously,
really?
I'm throwing in all kinds of, not even hints. They're blatant. Hello, it's Anthony.
But Bill didn't even catch it on?
No, but to be fair, I didn't either. The only one that kind of even began to caught on was DeRosa.
Can we get Bill Burr on the phone?
He's in L.A. I would have to wake him up.
Yeah,
well, give it a try.
An audition.
We'll try. We'll see what happens. But this is, in case you missed it, from Saturday night, Bill Burr's Uninformed show with Joe DeRosa, Tom in Connecticut, a.k.a. Anthony.
Hey, Tom in Connecticut, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed. What's going on?
You are a moron.
Oh, my God.
That's how it starts.
I could tell right away.
Yeah, that's how it started. You are a moron.
There's one pipe that goes into the Pentagon that isn't affected with the fluoride water. What do you think? What happens with this conspiracy people when they go on vacation? Do they take their own unfluoride water with them?
All right, slow down.
Where are the people that run this conspiracy?
Oh, that's what. Okay, I know what you're saying. That was the one where, I should have prefaced this with, I always believe 80% of the theory, a conspiracy theory. Then I think the person's a moron, or I think, or
because it can't work.
What? Well, what the fuck? You know everything? I don't like how you're speaking in
I know more than
I live in Connecticut.
No idea. He has no idea. I live in Connecticut. That's just a state I picked. I've been through 5 states already that night, and I just picked Connecticut.
Talking about a conspiracy theory that fluoride is introduced into the water supply to
make you stupid.
He believes this?
Yeah, enough so where he changed his toothpaste from Crest to some natural toothpaste, and I'm laughing at him. I'm like,
wait, he really believes this?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get into it.
And then he goes, I believe it, but then there's 20% of me that does, realizes how ridiculous it sounds, but, and I'm trying to argue, what about the people that just have to drink water and they're out? Does this secret society that runs this whole thing have their own bottled water? And what about their families? They don't care if they're dumbed down? And what about the fact that he said this happened during, World War II or just after World War II? They started dumbing us down with fluoride. Some of the greatest inventions of all time were made post-war till now. Before that, we were dummies in covered wagons and, riding horses. But the fluoride's making us stupid.
Oh, my God.
He is classic, and I just was blowing up at him.
What's classic is making fun of your town of Connecticut, but he has no idea.
Yeah, I've sat here with the same argument with him.
Does he have a clue? Did anyone ever tell him?
Yeah, well,
finally,
afterwards, people were calling in, saying, I think that was, I think that was Ant.
Here's the rest of the clip where he doesn't realize it's Anthony.
Why
Absolutely. Oh, I live in Connecticut.
Jesus Christ, no.
You know what? Why don't you go sit on a tube of fucking fluoride? Go fuck yourself. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, who puts the fluoride in the water? Who's doing it?
Well, the suspicion is that the government is doing it. That's the conspiracy part.
Where did they get their water from?
Why the fuck are you so angry?
Yeah, why are you yelling? Why can't you just make your points?
I listen to Bill Burr spew this shit day after day whenever he co-hosts for Jim Norton. I gotta sit next to him and he fucking bullshits 20 fucking different conspiracies.
He said I gotta sit next to him.
I don't know what he's talking about. Okay.
Is this somebody from...
No, I love this guy.
See, Joe is onto it. Joe's like, well, wait a second, but Bill just doesn't.
Says he sits
next to me. Bill just doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to listen to Joe.
And Joe's like, wait a minute, is this a guy?
Bill's on autopilot.
Yeah, Bill's just like, no, he's just like shooing him off. Like, shut up, Joe. I'm talking.
Bill's
to you.
on autopilot. It's classic.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, you blew up your spot. This is a great bit.
And you hear Joe say, is this somebody from?
And then Bill cut him off.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I still didn't get it at that point either. I just thought that the guy on the phone just said it kind of mistakenly, meaning to say, I got to listen to you.
Right.
You know, and just
that's what I assumed.
blurted out.
Is why,
sat next.
Mr. Burr?
Hello.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Hey, Bill Burr, how are you, buddy? Sorry to wake you up. You're in L.A. Doing something? Something?
Yeah.
Did you know that Anthony was pranking you all Saturday night?
No, we were laughing about it afterwards because I'm still so new to like hosting a show. I'm literally just dealing with keeping the show going. I'm like, take a caller, keep this going, keep it going funny. You know, I was like 50 things going on. So when I heard him say that I sit next to you every day, I was so in like fuck this guy mode. I thought he was just like, I thought he was just some moron who like misspoke. Like I got to sit next to it, like he was talking about his radio or something.
Sit next to him. I sit next to the radio and think it's a real person.
Knowing it's Anthony now, this is so much fun to listen to.
It is funny. Oh, I live in Connecticut when you said that. I live in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah. You claim to be a smart guy. Anthony, your whole fucking bring up that whole fluoride thing, you butchered it beautifully.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you butchered it beautifully. He's saying this. I didn't say any of that shit.
I said what you were saying is the fact that they put it in the water to dumb us down after World War II.
I know, and then you bring up all the great inventions.
The great things that happened.
Yeah, what about the fact that Norbit is the #1 comedy in the fucking country?
Hey, he's got a point there.
All right, there are some still going to be dummies. I didn't say...
to Vegas? Have you walked the strip in Vegas and just looked at that fucking dumbed-down look on everybody's fucking face out there?
I didn't say fluoride made everyone a genius. I'm just saying it doesn't make everyone a dummy.
It's just from people in the 1800s. They got that fire in their eye, Anthony.
Is that it? They want to learn and invent. They're just not. They don't have the materials yet.
No, you know what it is? I said conspiracy theory. What I love about it is I always believe the first 80% of it, and then it always unravels in like the third act, like the final 20%.
That's when you come to your. That's when you come to your senses, Bill. And realize that a conspiracy of the magnitude that all of your conspiracies would be, it would be impossible. Be impossible.
Yeah, a lot of it is.
A lot of it. See, he'll never commit to all of it.
Which was the point that I actually ended up arriving at. What I love about you, Anthony, is you so fucking hate every opinion that I have that you actually listen to my dumb show on a fucking Saturday night.
Bill, I will not miss it.
Call in.
Yeah. I will not miss one fucking episode. I gotta listen to you. You fucking kill me. I love it.
I hate all my opinions. Even when I'm not on the fucking show, you have to call in. It's fucking hilarious.
I want your cell phone number so I could just call randomly and yell at you for your opinions.
Yeah, just start calling me up. Bill, what are you talking about? Yeah,
that's
idiot.
Bullshit.
Dude, congrats, though, man. People liking your show on Saturday.
Yeah, it is good, really.
You got a good thing going, so.
Theory shit actually ends up being, was decent, because I'm going to try to get an actual conspiracy theorist fucking guy in there, one of these guys who writes, like, one of those books. I just love talking to him, because, like I said,
They always make sense, and then in the end, then they'll be like, and then this, and then this, and then and George Bush is an alien, and then you're like, all right, this guy's out of his fucking mind.
Hey, did we land on the moon, Bill? I
don't know.
That's a big one. As far as conspiracy theories
that's a biggie.
I know, but I can't. I don't put anything. I don't put anything past anybody. All I know is you got a bunch of nerds looking at fucking Pluto, but every time they look at the moon, how come they never see that little car that we left up there?
See the car. That's his argument, because we never see the car when we look through a telescope.
I'm just saying, if you can see fucking Pluto, why wouldn't you see,
You should be able to see the car, the tang.
Hey, he's on to something. Now, you might be turning me. Like, not one shot where one astronomer's like, hey, this is kind of cool. I'm going to focus in on the little car.
Well, they left a mirror up there.
Opie.
They have left...
Opie, listen. When you get to this point of the argument, you get a bunch of people calling in agreeing, and then some astronaut calls in and fucking blows the whole thing up. It's perfect.
Do you know they left a mirror up there that they point a laser at and bounce it off, and it comes back to Earth so they can measure the distance between the Earth and the moon at any given moment, and that is evidence that we've been up there.
Is it, Anthony? Why don't you get me a picture of that mirror?
I love it. And whenever you bring up somebody like, well, there are government people, agencies that take care of that and stuff, he goes, oh, they're in the Matrix. They're part of the Matrix, so you can't trust them. He was saying the dentists are in the Matrix.
Bill might have just turned me. I want a picture of the buggy.
You want a picture of the buggy?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Why not one shot? You know why? Because you're onto something. This weekend in one of the papers in New York, they showed an unbelievable picture of Saturn, like you've never seen it before. If you haven't seen it yet, Google Saturn. I guess it'll show you the latest picture. It's amazing how crystal clear everything
is. What kind of scale that is? That's like nothing. You'd have to zoom in really close.
You know how much further Saturn is than the moon, and they could get this shot going?
Put it this way. We have satellites orbiting Earth.
Listening to Anthony?
Yeah.
Really listen to his point. Do you know how much you'd have to zoom in? He really sounds just as dumb as he's just making the shit up.
Let me, Bill, you're hysterical. Dude, how about this?
Google Earth could take my childhood home, and I can see what's in the backyard right now. So show me the buggy
and put
on the moon.
Satellite as close as the Google satellite.
Show me the buggy.
The satellite that Google gets the pictures on. Put it that close to the moon, and you'll get the picture of the buggy.
Show me the buggy.
You can't get a picture of the buggy because, like you said, look at Google Earth. It's a satellite in orbit around Earth that's not that high up.
You can see that creepy face on Mars. They should be able to show me a buggy.
No, they're looking at entirely different
solar. That was from a satellite.
Miles wide. I don't care. Doesn't have to be accurate. Something's going on here.
Give me a picture of that fucking car up there.
Yeah. I'll get you a picture of the car if I have to take it myself. Billy.
Hey, that's pretty good, though, if you think about it.
I love his whole thing, I hate everything he says.
Dude, that would be a cool picture by some astronomer to get that picture. It'd be creepy. The buggy. It'd be creepy as shit that buggy's just been sitting there for, close to 40 years now?
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. No, they did like a drive-by on the moon. They threw a fucking bathroom window, like mirror out the window, and,
a drive-by. Oh, so you're saying we at least got close, but we didn't land?
By the way, the Saturn pictures are from a satellite that is flying by Saturn on its way to Pluto. Thank you, Matt in Boston. You get my point, though. Come on.
You gotta believe we went to the moon.
Hubble telescope is showing us pictures from the other side of the universe. Show me the buggy.
That's because it's focused to go out that far. It's like looking through binoculars backwards.
Well, refocus.
This is the beauty of uninformed. I got you guys arguing with each other.
See?
I love uninformed.
And I love that it's uninformed because they'll just talk about shit like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, what else did you talk about over the weekend, Bill? The fluoride?
We just, I don't know. We just make up shit. We make up stats.
And then they got into, somehow, uninformed, got into how old is the oldest bitch you ever fucked. I think that was a little tangent.
Nice.
That you took. And some guy called up and...
Yeah, because Joe DeRosa somehow, when he was 27, he hooked up with a 60-year-old woman who was a former
backup singer
for Frank Sinatra.
And he fucked her.
Hey, that's a great
story. So many levels, that was like one of the best pussy stories ever. And then of course, people started lying. And then we got one guy who actually claimed to have banged, when he was in his, 19 or 20, he banged some chick who used to be in James Brown's band. She was like in her 40s. So she must have been pretty. She must have still been pretty hot. And the guy's like, nah, she wasn't.
Nah. I called up at that point as a guy that did maintenance work at a retirement village, and I was fucking all the old widows. But you never took my call.
Yeah, because that one was obviously fake.
Yeah. It's hard to be a caller.
Hey, going back to conspiracy theories, two things. Take the wig from FBA. The problem with conspiracy theorists is that they always try to make you prove the accepted facts. And the second thing I wanted to say, what the hell was the second thing? I think it was on YouTube or one of the video sites. The new conspiracy is they have a newscast from, I think, somewhere in Britain announcing that the buildings fell 20 minutes before they fell. And that's proving that the government was on, on the
9/11.
But this video is out there, and somehow it's trying to prove that they actually reported the falling down of I think it was the towers.
How would they know, and why would they report it?
And they reported it 20 minutes before it actually happened.
Yeah, sure, that happened.
Well, maybe they just got misinformation. Like, it was obvious those things were going down, and maybe someone said, well, they're going down.
I think that's asinine. I do think it's amazing how they look like they just imploded. I can see why people got freaked out by that.
Yeah, it just looked like that.
It just looked, yeah. All right, Bill. Well, undisputed or uninformed. Uninformed, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, no, I was very disputed.
Undisputed was Dice's show.
Tom from Connecticut, thanks for calling.
Yeah. No problem, you jackass.
All right, Bill.
All right, guys.
Hey, good luck on that thing. How'd you do?
Oh, I got it. I'm doing it today. Sound like a
good.
fucking mob guy. Hey, good luck on that thing.
You know that thing?
That thing.
Yeah, break a leg, you bastard. I love you, Bill.
Later.
All right, we'll see you soon, Bill. Bill Burr, everyone. All right. Well, you got in 2 other times as Tom in Connecticut?
No, this is all still part of the same call.
Still part of the same call. I just wouldn't hang up. And when he was like, he'd kind of get to all right, like we wanted to finish up, I'd start yelling more.
Yeah.
I know how to stay on as a caller. That's one thing I learned.
And you got to know, like, the personality, like Bill Burr. Like,
you got to push the button.
Yeah, he can't help himself. He pushes button, you're going to stay on the air with him. So this next clip, Anthony, talks about a book written about an oil conspiracy that Bill read. Tom says he read as much as Anthony did. You might remember that famous.
Yeah, it was. Bill gave me this book on this oil industry conspiracy. I read like 20 pages and realized this guy was just a fucking jackass and didn't read the book. So I described the book to Bill and then described how much I read, and it's the exact same story I gave him.
Right.
So it's the same fucking story.
And he still didn't catch on that was you. Here it is.
Let me ask you a question. Can you at least give me one? Not one. You said 20. I've said 20 different conspiracy theories. I want to hear. Rattle off like 7 of them.
One's the World Trade Center. You've talked about that one.
I never talked about that one.
This conspiracy with that stupid book that you recommended, with that fucking guy that traveled around with the oil conspiracy.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I read half of it. I read enough of it. I read as much as Anthony read.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
And then there's another...
No. Tell me about the book. Tell me about the book. You read the book. I want to hear about it.
It's funny knowing it's you, man.
Guy, he wants to be some fucking secret agent. He was some
Tell me about the book.
Low-level government worker.
Tell me. You're not telling me about the book. You didn't read the book.
Right, okay. It's written by this guy who is this low-level fucking government worker that wants to be this hero, so he talks like he's a secret agent. Meanwhile, he was a paper...
No, this is your opinion. This is your opinion on the book. You're not even saying what.
My opinion.
You're not saying what it's about, sir.
The book stunk. I read it like a...
all right, hang on. All right, Tom. You know what, Tom? You have to keep calling in. I'm loving you hating me.
No, you know something? You all the time have these conspiracy theories. Tell me where the fucking fluoride water isn't. That the government, they can drink it.
First of all...
He makes it...
Can you just fan yourself for half a second? First of all, I said I get like 80% of the way. And, dude, I definitely thought, well, the guys putting it in the water also have kids who are going to be drinking water. And I brought that up, but maybe I didn't bring it up here. Yeah. Like, I brought that up. But I didn't feel the need to yell at it. There, angry guy, angry Tom in Connecticut.
You changed your toothpaste for it. You actually were proactive because of some bullshit story that you actually believed.
Dude, it's 50 fucking 50. The way I look at it.
I gotta
stupid.
I got to jump in with
I like how this guy is not a scientist on any level, yet he knows everything.
I am a scientist.
Why was Joe DeRosa is the other guy that Bill does the show with. Why was he trying to jump in? It sounds like he was trying to jump in because he just knows that
he kind of knew.
No, he actually, when he does come in, because I think the next clip, Joe will come in, he just wanted to reiterate the fact that Bill is insane, and he goes to the utmost length to pull a conspiracy theory out of thin air, pretty much. So I think in this next clip, actually, Joe explains what he was about to get into.
This is the final clip with, quote, Tom in Connecticut.
Tom in Connecticut.
A.K.A. Anthony. Joe DeRosa talks about another of Bill's theories. Bill finally has enough of Tom. Tom calls Bill a douchebag before hanging up.
Of course I had to.
The whole time Bill Burr has no clue he's talking to Anthony.
I got to jump in. Hold on, wait. I got to jump in with this. It's just too perfect of a time because this guy is railing Bill for how paranoid he is. I was over Bill's house one day, and you know those games they have like at the top of the MySpace page, Danny, right? Yeah. Where it's like you play it with your mouse, and it's like beat the rabbit in a race and win an iPod. And you have to click the mouse.
Really that's terrible flash games.
Bill is playing it. And I'm standing there watching him, and he turns, he goes, you know, these fuckers, you know who makes these games? It's the fucking companies that make the mouse. And that way I fucking keep clicking it, and I break the fucking mouse, and I gotta go buy a new mouse, because I'm trying to beat I'm trying to win a fucking PlayStation 3, and I just go, dude, you are out of your fucking mind.
But dude, I'm only like 80%. All right, Tom, you've yelled at me enough. Call in a month, dude. You gotta save that anger, dude.
After party. I will see you at the after party.
All right.
Okay,
Come
all right.
down.
I'll buy you a drink,
Come
all right?
down.
All right, Tom, thanks for listening and yelling at me.
Douchebag.
There it goes.
I had to call him a douchebag.
You told him at the after party, I guess?
Oh, yeah. He knew, though.
Before then?
And it sucks, because I was driving into town at that point. I was actually driving.
The only reason we're blowing up your spot is because the listeners blew it up.
Yeah.
Because you would have been able to keep this up for weeks.
I was driving in and going through the Midtown Tunnel. The signal cut out, and then when I popped out the other end, I thought that was him and then I heard the conversation of how they knew it was me, but I didn't hear how they actually found out.
Why do the listeners feel like they have to be do-gooders all the time?
I know. That's Anthony.
Why can't you guys do your part and let a bit develop and continue?
Yeah, that could have been good if I could have been Tom from Connecticut.
I see that on the message boards. All of a sudden someone blows up our spots. Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you let it go a little longer? Why do you have to be the one that knows all?
Well, it might not be Tom from Connecticut, but believe me, I will fucking get him again. Yeah. I don't care who I gotta be, from what stupid state.
Very good.
I will not leave Bill alone.
That's funny. The theory with the mouse thing is pretty good.
I know.
Like it.
Right when he said that, Opie looks at me and starts nodding like, know, that's good. You're a lot like Bill with that whole all that conspiracy shit.
I can believe in some shit.
Yeah.
I know I can believe in some shit.
It's like I never heard of that angle, though. The mouse company puts it out because you're clicking, because a mouse can only take 683 billion clicks.
Well, yeah.
And then it goes.
That's where it falls apart, I guess. But
when has a mouse ever broken on anybody where it's been the button?
Yeah.
And that, from no abuse or anything, just clicking your mouse, it will last a lifetime. It's usually like the fucking optical light will break, or the ball, if you have one of those with something fucked up.
I was going to date myself. It used to be the hair and the
cord will fuck you up on it, but the clicking of the fucking thing, never. I've never seen the fucking button break.
It used to just be hair and lint that would get caught.
From clicking on it.
That's
what it is, from clicking on it.
Yeah, he's getting good reviews on his show, though. I haven't really heard it yet, but I hear